Hi, my name's Antony Cummins and I'm the author of the book True Path of the Ninja. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to say to everyone that you may have been watching me over the time that I've been bringing this out to be published, and I have been critiquing, not criticising, I've been critiquing the other two Shoninki translations. Now I think, without pushing the point further, we have clearly shown that our translation team has the ability to create the best version of the Shoninki. However, any good translation team or any good translator will tell you there is no possible way you can get 100% of a translation correct. So what I'd like to do today is reverse the roles, and instead of critiquing other people's work, I'd like to tell you where we have made mistakes, and I'd like to point out where we have gone wrong. The reason I'm doing this is I don't want the ninjutsu community to push on these mistakes as truth. So if we can get them out there and tell everyone where the mistakes are, that means everybody will know where we've got it wrong and make sure it doesn't enter into the history record. Okay, my first major point is that we first sent the document to the publishers, and the publishers said it's too academic. It reads like an academic journal. There are too many footnotes. Now I'd like to show you, this was what we originally sent. This page, see here, this is the footnotes that we had. We had that amount of footnotes per page, pretty much, for the entire document. However, for this one chapter in the Shoninki, we had to keep them because it was so complex that we had to keep the footnotes in. So what the tutor asked us to do, they actually asked us to take those footnotes and insert them into the text. Now what that means is all the text is there, it is genuinely there. And what we've had to do is insert an understanding. So I'll give you an example of this. On page 36 of the book, it states, Shinobi have existed in Japan since ancient times, but their existence was highlighted at these following points. The Genpei War. Now what we did there, we inserted, not in brackets, the Genpei War of 1180 to 1185, a conflict that took place between the, and then it goes on to tell you that it continues and carries on with the actual translation. So throughout the entire book, instead of having to read 100 different footnotes per page, the actual information is gently put into the script for you. So some people class that as a problem, some people or the general public will not. And at first I was against it, but now I genuinely recommend that's the best way because it reads much better. So you may enjoy that bit, you may not like that bit. That's up for you to decide. Second problem is we use the word Kishu Ryu. Now the Kishu Ryu appears to be a modern name for Natori Ryu. Now what we've done, whenever Natori says our school, we've replaced the word our school with Kishu Ryu. And we've replaced, and the introduction talks about Kishu Ryu. The reason for this is at the moment, the general ninjutsu world say Kishu Ryu to mean Natori Shoninki. So instead of going against this grain, we've gone with it because it's not incorrect. We are just using the modern term. So please understand that. Now, for those who know my beef with martial arts, it says it's under martial arts. Now, the publisher forced my hand and they said, actually, Anthony, it needs to be aimed at martial artists because those are the people that are buying it. So all you'll see at the beginning of every chapter, I write a small introduction. And this is aimed at getting not those who are into sport martial arts, but those who are into the more spiritual side of martial arts, or the enlightenment or the Do ways, a bit of inspiration, a bit of help, and how to use the Shoninki in your martial arts, but not in actual physical martial arts, in your mental training for the martial arts, and how the training within this manual can help you in life. So some people may like them, they may not. However, I had no say in this, they had to be written. Okay, the actual problems with the book. I want to first say there are different categories. There are definite errors, mistakes. I will point these out. Then there are opinions, and then there are spelling or grammatical issues. Now, genuine errors are our fault. The Historical Ninjutsu team apologise for any errors. Opinions. If you have an opinion that our translation is wrong, please bring your evidence because we'd love to hear it. But you have to come with evidence or a logical, sound reasoning. Thirdly, spelling. Finally, this time it wasn't me. We have a professional editor. If there's any issues with spelling or grammar, it's down to my editor. So here we go. Now this one, if you look to page 53 of the book, it talks about a ninja rubbing ink on his face, or on his skin we've put. The kanji for this is mai. And what the problem is this actual kanji can mean two things. It can mean naked sword blade, not sword scabbard as some people have translated, naked sword blade, or it can mean your body. Now we had the problem, which do we write? The sword blade or the body? Now in the end we went with, in all the manuals, the swords are never usually drawn. They're used as climbing equipment, or if you need a sword. You never walk around with your sword out, but your face is always out and the oil of your skin always reflects. So we chose actual skin. Okay, now this is a genuine mistake and I apologise, I really apologise for this. Now if you go to page 115 on the actual spell, it says you must write this, so it says paste this in the corner of the room you sleep in a southwest direction. That is incorrect, it is southeast. My apologies. I have corrected that with the publishers. Page 172. This is the inscription by the descendant of Natori. Now we have made a genuine mistake here. Now this says, this shoninki is the pure and supreme secret of the shinobi arts of our school. Though since the time of our old and previous master, this book and the arts written within have been inherited exclusively to none but the only son of the family. I'm afraid it's not the only son of the family. The only son of the family does appear earlier on, however it's actually to one person. So the entire secret should be passed on to one person directly. So apologies for that, that is our mistake. Now this final mistake is actually a really bad mistake, and I apologise to all Katori Shinto Ryu people. I've apologised personally through Yoshie to Otake Sensei, but we made a vital error, which is actually probably my fault. Not Yoshie's. It's not Yoshie's fault, but it's my fault. So what I'd like to say is here, when I was interviewing Otake Sensei, he says a shinobi would get close to the ground and listen. Now what he said is a shinobi could listen for troops or cavalry from 200 to 300 meters away. However, in the confusion of the translation, it got changed into miles for some reason, or it was never put as meters. And this mistake was actually just continued through all the rereads because there was no spelling error. We just didn't realise the measurement was wrong. So in this, a shinobi could hear troops coming from 200 to 300 meters away, not miles. I truly apologise. Please, please, please get this on the internet. Tell people I've got it wrong. We do not want people believing such ridiculous things. So if you ever hear anybody say that, tell them it's not correct. This will be changed in the next edition. I'd like to thank the editors for all this, but there's one person everybody should thank in the world, and I truly mean it, is Yoshie Minami. Admittedly, and without any negativity, I will say the other two translations are not 100% or not close. They are very good attempts and I congratulate those men. However, Yoshie Minami is totally behind this book and her information is superb. Her depth of knowledge is amazing and I would like you all to congratulate her. So please give a thought to Yoshie for her 2 years of work towards this book. Now of course, so she has really put her life behind this, and Yoshie is more than happy that a true version of the Shoninki is now out and available for the English people, and she's happy that she's preserving the ninja history. Now the book itself is very beautiful, and to my surprise and to my absolute delight, when you take the dust cover away, it's in gold and it's all really well put together. The pages are superb, and at the end you can see we get some Nimpident images in there. The ninja spells are all in there. The palm reading is all in there. And of course Otake Sensei's defense against the ninja. The first time in the English language. I recorded it in 2009 when he was writing for the magazine. It's all there and I hope you enjoy it. It's a superb read. Finally, a quick message to all those who can read Japanese and to those who are hunting for my mistakes. I am fully showing you my mistakes here, and we feel that 3 or 4 mistakes out of an entire text is not an issue. Now, if you find any more mistakes, and I know there are people waiting to find mistakes, I ask one thing of you. Can you please come forward with the mistakes? Get them on the internet, list them all, page them all, get your evidence out. Because what I would like to do, with your help, is for the second edition, I would like to correct the 3 mistakes and any mistakes anybody finds. Of course I will check if your mistakes are simply opinions. However, if they are not opinions and mistakes, you can help us make this the greatest ninja book to come out. And it is one of the oldest Shinobi manuals around. With your help, if you can find any more mistakes, we can make it perfect. This book will be available for decades to come, and it will be there to show what true ninja is. At the beginning, they didn't want to call it the Shoninki. They wanted to call it the Secrets of the Ninja, and eventually I got them to choose on True Path of the Ninja, and I think the name now is totally apt. Enjoy the book, enjoy the read, and get into the world of the ninja. Natori Masatake, a true ninja and a true samurai. Thank you very much for listening. Talk to you again soon. Bye bye.